Hey fam, this is Uncle Doug dropping mortgage knowledge on ya. Today is August 7th, Wednesday, and this is the real estate report for Southern Clark County, Las Vegas proper, including Summerlin and Henderson. Let's dig right in and we'll see what we're seeing. So this is brought to us from our friends at Chicago Title. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Let's move this over here a little bit. So here, we'll move it over here. So let's take a look at what we're seeing in the market. So Clark County proper is still a seller's market, and I have an explanation for why that is. We're one of the few areas that are truly not seeing a bump in inventory at all. And I just read an interesting article, and I'll explain why I think that is. But let's dig in. So it is clearly a seller's market. Days on market are dropping. Price per square foot are climbing, and again, as I've stated, for the last couple of years, and I've stated recently, the National Association of Realtors came out and said a 1% rate drop will bring another 5 million people into the qualified realm. That's a lot of people. Even if a small fraction of those people get into the housing market, that is a tremendous amount of upward pressure on demand. With a finite amount of inventory like we have in Nevada and especially in Las Vegas area, we're going to see prices go up. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar on that, and you're going to see prices go up dramatically over the next probably 12, 18 months, depending on how low rates go and how long they stay there. We just are having a problem with inventory. As you can see, it's fairly stagnant here. Maybe a slight bump, and this is in Clark County, but you can see that we had 2,000 units on the market in 2022, and right now, let me move myself over to this other side, we're sitting here on less than 1,000. That's problematic. We have half the inventory, and demand is continuing to climb, and wait till these rates jump. As I said last week, Barbara Cochran of Shark Tank fame has said the exact same thing. A 1% move in rate is going to create a tremendous amount of people getting into the market. All mortgage loan officers who have managed to stay in the business, we all have loaded pipelines of people who were pre-approved and never activated because they were worried about rates. Either they thought they could time the market better, they couldn't qualify for what they wanted because the rates were precluding them from stretching into the house they wanted. Their other debts were higher. Whatever it is, when the rates drop, the credit card payments drop, people refinance their short-term consumer debt, we're going to see a huge upward swing. And Henderson is no different. Again, we're looking at a very strong, let's get this closed out. There we go. Very strong seller's market still. And again, inventory is fairly static. Sure, you could argue maybe there's a little hook here. But in our best days, we've had close to 400 houses. 366 houses on the market. Right now we've got barely 200. So we have a problem again. And if you look at days on market, for example, dropping, which means people are picking them up as fast as they're coming out. And if you look at price per square foot, pretty much climbing, especially if we look at the generalized trend. You may be a slight hook here, but in general, we're seeing prices continue to climb. We came off of our high when rates started shifting upward here in 2022. We saw a slight depression, but we've already regained all that and climbing, and rates haven't even dropped yet. It's going to get wild. So if you can get in now, I suggest you do. Reach out to me. You can catch me at 805-231-1644. I'm here in Vegas. That's my old phone number, but still my phone number. You can find me at iDig Mortgages on all social media channels. You can find my email or website at idigmortgages.com or gohomeselect.com. You can catch me at all these places. This is the time to get pre-approved and get ready to take action if you're wanting to buy. If you're thinking that the rates are going to drop, then we could see a good solid rate drop between now and Christmas, maybe. If that happens, and that's what you're waiting for, let's get pre-approved now. Let's get you dialed in. Let's work through everything in your file that we need to get you ready to act. That is how people win houses. I come out of the Southern California market where I was very successful there with my realtor partners because we actually underwrote people before they even made offers. So when they were in a bidding war and there were 10 people that all had the same offer on the table and they were all pre-approved, and I was able to call and say, hey, my guys are already underwritten. I need an appraisal and title. We can close. That often is the secret sauce in getting your deal successfully accepted. So reach out. Let's get aggressive, and let's get you into a house. If we look at Las Vegas, same thing. We're saying, so the trend overall is still it's a seller's market. Inventory is fairly flat comparatively to the sharp, precipitous decline here. It's bouncing around, but it's still pretty darn low. And this, in my opinion, is a problem, and it probably needs to be dealt with at a legislative level because this was an article that came out from the Las Vegas Review-Journal recently that I happened to catch. And they're talking about that there is a tremendous amount, and I didn't even realize this, tremendous amount of corporate ownership of homes in the Vegas Valley. In fact, next to Oakland, California, Vegas has more corporate ownership of homes than anywhere else in the country, and that means they're coming in, they're paying cash, they don't care about interest rates, and they are buying up the market. And it is a problem because it means they have houses to rent, but not houses to buy. So when you're looking to buy, you're competing with a corporation, and once they get it, they're probably not selling. So they're absorbing anything that's coming onto the market, and they're not free market. They're not putting houses back up on the market like normal homeowners would, and this is a major problem. Last year, Wall Street backed companies swapped 206. They grabbed 264 homes in one real estate transaction. Right? It's a lot. I was reading that one company, I don't know if it was in this article or another one, one company had 12,000 houses in North Vegas. 12,000 houses. Staggering. This is part of our problem. We're going to have to do something about this. It's probably going to take legislation to stop these corporate raiders from coming in and just absorbing everything on the market. Wall Street is doing a number on Vegas. It needs to stop. This is Uncle Doug dropping knowledge. Again, reach out to me if I can be of assistance in any way, shape, or form. I am here to help. Here's my deets. You can find me at gohomeselect.com, idigmortgages.com, 805-231-1644, Doug Waldman at genevafi.com. I've been in the game a long time, guys. I've been an appraiser, builder, developer, property manager, investor, homeowner, banker in multiple states. I want to help you guys get into a home and navigate what can be a very tricky market. I have great referral partners. I can put you in touch with phenomenal realtors, and as a team, we can help you win the house of your dreams. Reach out. Talk to you next week.